I didn't bring you a video immediately after the race. I wasn't really angry. I have a little issue here. The engine light is on in my car. Something to do with the all-wheel drive and some sort of multi-track, or I don't know. Anyway, I had to call around and get an appointment for it tomorrow to get looked at in Ohio, but I was in Pennsylvania. So I thought I'd just roll the dice and drive it home. I checked the oil. It's not the oil. It's not. The light actually came on this afternoon. I thought it happened one other time. I had filled up near the university in Guelph, and I think there was water or something in the gas or something. The car wasn't acting right, but once I put some fuel conditioner in, it was fine. Didn't work this time. The fuel conditioner. It's not the oil. I don't think there's anything seriously wrong. There's something seriously wrong, but what you hear is my four-way flashers. I'm doing 60 and a 70 right now. What are you gonna do? So the old caddy's going in to get looked at tomorrow in Ohio. I'm on my way home, and wasn't disappointed today. You know what bothered me was driving like what felt like a million horses, and it just seemed like all of them at best were a true 5 or 6 to 1, which makes it really hard. Really hard to be a mediocre driver and win races when you're 5 or 6 to 1. I had some horses that raced good. The one horse, Dave Pallone, come back on and beat me. That kind of bothered me a little bit. That horse should have won, but raced decently. Didn't race bad. Just thought maybe it should have won. What is the noise here? It's frustrating. So let's talk about our horses. I Forbid You raced terrible. 8-hole again. Can't draw good with her. We had one of our clients, one of our partners, offer us 20,000 Canadian for the. He wants to breed her. I don't blame him. She's out of his sister to Captain Crunch, and he may not have been the be all that's end all in the stallion community, but it was a very good horse. And as I've said time and time again, can't judge a horse on one crop, so he may bounce right back with a strong season this year, whether it be with the sophomores or his rookies next year. But it was a great horse nonetheless, and a good line. So at first I said no, I think she's worth more, but what are we going to do? Wait till we draw great? Sometimes at these mares and fillies, you draw the outside a couple of times, so they get roughed up a couple of times. It takes them a couple of starts to get back going. So now you have to draw good 2 or 3 times. So I had told our partner, you know what, I'll send an email out to our clients. We'll take the 20 Canadian. We'll just do it. I'm not going to risk drawing the 6 or 7 hole or getting a tough horse, or maybe she, might be sick next week. Again, we are trying to avoid going on the track 8 to 10 to 1, 12 to 1, 15, 20 to 1. Need to avoid it at all costs. And it's the flaw. It's always a fly in the ointment of the stable, and this is the time of year we start picking those flies out and out of the ointment, and moving them on. So I Forbid You. I suspect this will be her last start for us. I just can't fathom waiting for an open draw again to see if we draw 2 through 5, and if we get a good trip, and if we get a good group of horses to race against. I don't want to bring her back to Northfield and see if she can do in the Classic. I don't want to do any of that. I just want her to be competitive now, and if she's not, it's close enough to breeding season where, fine, she'll attract some interest, and she did in-house, which is fine with me. Now, our other 2 horses that we raced actually raced well. I know a lot of people might see that the wrong way. Patrick the Piranha raced good coming out of the car. I know, and here's the issue with the Open today. First off, it rained all day, off and on, off and on, off and on. It's starting to rain a little harder. Patrick feels better, a little more focused today. The other day, he just felt like he was on edge, a little agitated. Today, he felt much more focused. I didn't know what I wanted to do with him. I left him last week. I pinned in, didn't really like the way the race was going to shake out. Working on a mystery, might have won an Open at Lexington, but if you look at his card closely, he hasn't beaten anybody in a while. It's 12, 13,000 classes in the Poconos. That he's raced in a race where he like $1 million to 1 in like a stake race. He's on his card, and then he's got that undercard race in Dayton. He got mauled in, and then he went to Kentucky and won. So it worked out well, but I just didn't think he was good enough. the horse that I thought was the horse to beat outside of Patrick was Mike Wilder's horse, right? He's the horse to beat. Tim's other horse is good. The two horses from the outside are more or less fillers. I don't think Elliott Moose or the other, take nothing away from them, nice horses. The other horse that the young Walters kid drove, he had won the Open at Northfield his last start. So they're not throw-ins by any means, but I wasn't really worried about either of them beating me. So how do I set this race up? Because if I don't leave, Mike Wilder gets away on the front, Dave Pallone's in the 2-hole, Chris Lambs is third, he's not coming first over. I might want to be first over. What happens if Jeremy or the other kid get on the move before the 3/8 and flush me out? I don't really want to be first over into Mike Wilder's horse at that point in the mile. Get away in the 2-hole, or if Dave Pallone gets away in the 2-hole, he service Stabilitrack. It sounds important. Come on, girl. You'll be all right. So now what? What do we do if we don't leave out? Dave Pallone drops in the 2-hole, and if he feels his horse is really good at the quarter pole and he feels that Mike Wilder's horse is not, he's just going to pop out of the 2-hole, put him on the front. Now again, I'm in the same predicament. I'm first over into the 2-hole, the only two that I think I can beat. But if I hold position off the gate and get a good look at what Dave Pallone's doing and get a good look at Mike Wilder, I'll have a better idea of what I need to do moving forward. That's exactly what I did. I kind of come out of the 2-hole. It looked like Dave Pallone wanted no part of leaving. I wanted to get away in behind Mike Wilder. That's the horse I have to beat. I've already beat him once at least, if not a couple of times. I'm in the spot I want to be. Because, historically speaking, that's been a super horse for like 2 years plus in Pennsylvania. Mike's horse is a killer. The day I won him 48, he was on the front. He whacked the mile out. He's no joke. So, I get away in the 2-hole. I'm right where I want to be. Lems is behind me, which is even better because now Pallone has to come first over from fourth. He can't quarter pole. That was the other reason I wanted to hold position. I didn't want him getting in between me and Chris Lems because he would just, again, he might just throw caution to the wind and come hard at the quarter and put Mike in a spot where he's either going to have to, Wild Western, he's either going to have to let him go or take him. He's not going to take him. I want Dave Pallone in the 4-hole. That's exactly where he got away. So I'm thinking everything is working out perfectly. Patrick's much more focused and behaved today. He isn't agitated, or not, at least nowhere near as he was last week. He feels good today. We start into the backstretch, and Mike's horse usually looks like a killer, like he's right up on the iron. And I know it's Pallone coming. I hear him coming, and I'm thinking this is working out good. If Mike Wilder is on the lead at the head of the lane, I'm a winner. The only way I don't win this race is if Pallone has him headed, gets the momentum, and I can't run him down. Because Patrick's not really the duck him into the pass lane and go a last 8 and 13 seconds type horse. He's the guy that comes first over and runs you down, right? That's his move. And in a perfect world, on a different day, Mike Wilder's horse, Wild Western, gives working on a mystery all he wants. Then some. And he knew that he was no good today because he ended up 5th. He didn't just end up 3rd. He was 5th. So Wild Western just wasn't having a good day. Dave Pallone got him headed, had the momentum, took over the lead. Game's over. I charge up through the inside and end up 2nd. Patrick DePrano raced great. Much better than last week. Very, very happy with the way he raced. My only concern is the Open going to fill every week? I hope it does. Anyway, Patrick raced good. Spitfire raced well. You know, Big Boy Ernest is no joke. I didn't realize until after the race it was his first start on Lasix. Now, I beat him a couple of times with Austral Hanover this year. So, I would rank him and Austral a little bit lower than Spitfire. But Spitfire hasn't had that full season of work, right? Need that big gap in the middle of summer. Now, he's won in 52 since then, so he's coming back around. 53 and 52 since then. I don't want to get away 5th with him. I just keep coming with him, clear to the front. Now, does he do his best work on the front? Maybe not. His new bad work, he cleared to the front with Ronnie the day he won by open lengths in 53. Then we go think we went 27 and a piece, 57 and a piece, something like that. 125 and 2. He feels strong. This horse is breathing down my neck in second. I'm like, he feels like a winner. I feel like I'm beaten. We come out of the turn, and really, Spitfire didn't race bad. He could beat fair and square by a horse that was on his game today. Big Boy Ernest raced great. Norm Parker had him good. Mike drove him perfect. He had a big day. He won like 6 races. Me, none. Dave Plone like 4 or 5 like he always does. The vast majority of the card were won by 2 people. So, I didn't think Spitfire raced bad, but man, pretty happy that we didn't end up taking him to the Breeders' Crown. Big Boy Ernest was not there. Another check, another win for Greg. He was bang on. And not take nothing away from Spitfire. I wasn't disappointed with him today. I wish he had won. But I think he fits perfectly in the race he's going into next week. He's coming off a break, and now he's coming in second and 53 in the mud, and it was raining, and the track was not good. But he scoped him. We scoped him after. No mucus, no blood. It's great. I'm really happy with what I saw from Spitfire. Obviously, I'd be glowing right now if he won, but I'm not disappointed with the way he got beat. And the horse that beat him is a good-looking horse. I think that horse is going to have a pretty decent future, too, outside of his 3-year-old season. It's a good-looking horse, Big Boy Ernest. So, our racing today, I forbid you, just raced flat like she has from the outside, you know. And she was much better last week. She wasn't even really good today. Just, again, draw the outside, draw the outside, draw the outside. Enough. Had enough with that. Patrick raced great. Spitfire raced great. We still got Yo Mister, who's going behind the gate in about 40 minutes, and then very interested tonight in Unbeatable Kemp and All Gas No Brakes. They both go tonight, and both are not on the calendar, Curtis McDonald. So we'll see how things go and play out tonight. But so far, not a bad day. Two very good seconds. Spitfire didn't race bad. 2 very good seconds today from our horses. Hopefully we can continue to have a good night. We get 3 left, 3 in the books, 3 left, and then I'm going to do a little watching in Indiana. Also, good luck to James tonight and tomorrow with his mounts in the Breeders' Crown eliminations. So with that, I'm going to let you go. We're going to try and coax a little more life out of the car and get it to the dealership to get looked at. We're only 20 minutes away, so I think we'll be fine. It's not running any worse now than it was when I left the Meadows, but it definitely is in need of some medical attention. So with that, I'll let you go. I'll talk to you all very soon. I hope you guys had a good day. It was kind of a rainy, weird, miserable-like day. It's over now.